Hello, everybody. My name is Cathy Savage, and with me today is one of my dear friends, the gorgeous, the lovely, the talented KathyTank. KathyTank, can you hear me?
I can, and thank you for all those beautiful words.
Well, it's true. You look incredibly gorgeous today. Loving the hair. Is this like a California look for you?
This is a California look on days before I go to the gym.
I totally hear that. Although I've seen your sweaty gym pictures and they're always lovely too. So you're always lovely. So I asked KathyTank to join me today just for a few minutes because I want people to get to know her. If you are in social media at all or following Facebook or Instagram, you are seeing this woman's faces, her face, her body, her before and after transformation everywhere. And so because we work together, I said, let's get you on. Let's answer some of these questions that so many people want to know about you. And let's all get to know you. So Kath, how old are you? Can you please tell everybody?
I am 70 years old as of May 14th this year.
70 years old. 70 years young.
Yes.
70 years young. So that is, age is just a number. 70 is the new 40. That's what I have to say. But growing up, all of those things, can you tell us a little bit about the way you grew up and if health was even an issue or even a concern for you as you grew up?
Well, health was never an issue for me growing up, but it was always a concern. I had an aunt that was a nurse. My stepdad was an MD. And I always knew I wanted to go into healthcare. And I had thoughts about vet med versus people med, but then I ended up going into people med and went into a 5-year baccalaureate nursing program at the U of M, Minnesota, not Massachusetts. And then after 4 quarters, switched into radiologic technology because I was tired of being in the classroom and I wanted to get in with the patients in the hospital and actually do healthcare.
I love that. So do you think that was kind of why you decided to really make health and fitness and wellness a priority later in life? Because as everybody knows, or if I know, or if you don't know, Cathy has an amazing lifestyle coaching business of her own. And yes, she's a Savage girl, but she has an amazing coaching business. Did kind of your experience in the healthcare field or even in the hospital environment, did that kind of remind you of just how important healthy lifestyle is? Is that where it all started?
Well, it did because I saw a lot of people really ill and a lot of them that looked a lot older than I did at the time and felt a whole lot older than I did at the time. And it's like, oh, I just don't want that. Mm. Well, when I hit, 45, 50, and the change that all of us girls get to go through, things in my life started changing. And I started putting on weight and having less energy. And then actually, I kind of started thinking, well, this must be what getting old is like. And I didn't really like it at all. I didn't like how I felt. I didn't like how I looked because I'd always been in great shape and I'd always been athletic. And so 5 years ago, a friend of mine introduced me to the nutritional system that we use. And 5 days, I felt like the light switch had been turned on. I had my energy back. I liked getting up in the morning again. And a lot of the weight just kind of melted off. But things weren't quite as firm as they used to be. And that's when I approached you at the ICU in Atlanta. And it's like, can you help someone of my age? And I will never forget, you looked me straight in the eye and said, you put in the work, you get the results. So
you know
I thought
what?
about it and as a Savage girl, and we'll never look back.
Yeah. You know what I love what you said was, actually, it's what I said. No, do the work. do the work. So I think we all love the Isogenics products. They've clearly been a game changer for you. And I love that your background, everything's a path. Everything leads you to the next step. And thankfully someone introduced Isogenics to you, whoever that was. And now you really get to live that life of vitality and feeling good and then helping other people. But you kind of said it too. It's not just one thing, right? It's not just one. I mean, that could have been maybe the catalyst for so many things in your life. But tell us about your daily regimen, aside from using the products, which we know are a game changer. But what else is it in your daily regimen? Because that's what people ask me when they want to know information about you, Kath. They're like, what does she do? What does she do to like have this energy and this anti-aging like vibration? What else do you do as far as like just food choices and workouts? What does a day in the life of KathyTank look like?
Oh my gosh. Very varied and very flexible, which is really fun because when I worked in the hospitals and took call and all that other stuff, my life was run by the clock and the telephone. And now I kind of get to schedule my day the way I want it, which is wonderful. One of the best parts is most days I don't have to wake up until I'm done sleeping, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So I'm working on getting more sleep because I used to survive on very little. And that was part of the reason why I was feeling tired and exhausted. Mm-hmm. But besides that, I try to drink a gallon of water every day. And in fact, I have my little jug right in my hand.
Good girl.
I never go without it. Golly, exercise at least 6 days a week. Mm-hmm. That's kind of a non-negotiable. Once in a great while, it'll get cut down to 5 because of where I am or what I'm doing. But, you can always do some squats and crunches in a hotel room. I mean, there's always something you can do to move your body or go for a long walk. And as far as food choices, I try to make sure I get in at least 4 to 5 servings of protein and vegetables every day. My starches, I used to love baked potatoes, just loaded. And if I even eat a part of one now, it would upset my stomach with all that junk on it. I'll have a small portion of sweet potato or brown rice instead. I just really try to make the wisest choices I can and try to help other people around me do the same.
But what's really cool? I don't know if when people watch this, you get so excited talking about these healthy foods. And that's what it's all about. And that I always talk about that. You eat enough of the good stuff, you just don't want that crappy stuff that makes you feel horrible. And I think that's a beautiful testament to you. I mean, do you feel like you're dieting or is this your lifestyle?
Oh, it's a lifestyle, 100% lifestyle. Never diet. What are the first 3 letters in diet?
Yeah, they're not good.
They're not good at all. And besides, then you feel like you're deprived.
Yeah.
And who wants to feel deprived? If I told you, Kathy, you cannot have something, what's the first thing you'd want?
Oh, I want everything I can't have. Like if I always say, you go in prison. If you put yourself in prison, what do you want to do? You want to get out. So don't put yourself in prison, make it a lifestyle. Is that why you wanted to do your own lifestyle business? So you're an entrepreneur, we know that. And you are someone that people can go to when they want to start the isogenic system, but you're also coaching in lifestyle and helping other people, not just with the products, but live a healthy lifestyle. I mean, who better than you to actually coach? So are your experiences why you wanted to help others in your business?
It is. So many people would ask, what have you done? Why do you do it? Blah, 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 blah. And I thought, why not pay it forward in a bigger way rather than one-on-one? This way I can coach several people at the same time and let them know that it's more than just what you eat or just going to the gym or just, thinking about it. You've got to make a decision and you have to believe that you can and you have to believe that you're worth it.
Mm-hmm.
That's so important. I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
used to,
mean,
in the olden days, in the 5 years ago, I used to really believe that, well, this is what getting old's all about, and this must be how I feel. But oh my gosh, has that changed? Now, age is nothing more than a number, and as long as we have our health and we can move our bodies and have a mind, we can do anything.
oh, I love that. So that is your mindset. Is that your mindset motto? Just move a little, live a little, feel good, believe in yourself, and age is just a number. Would you say that that is kind of your mantra, if you will?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not the same order, but those
Right.
things basically, yeah.
Well, I think it's like all those things, you just put them together and bada bing, bada bang. There's the finished product right there. So Kath, tell us about your time on stage. So for those of you who may not know, Kathy Tank, at the age of 69, did her first bikini show. Her first, I like to call it fitness show because it's more about fitness than the actual bikini. What was that like stepping on stage at that show? Just describe how that felt.
Well, before I got there, I was scared to death because it had been years, in fact, since college, that I'd been on a stage or a pool deck in a bikini in front of a lot of people. Being in synchronized swimming, did that. But I had never been in a swimsuit in 4-inch heels in front of anyone ever. And I had this huge fear of tripping, stumbling, falling down, breaking an ankle. I mean, just looking like a total fool. And that was my biggest fear. And it was absolutely a blast getting ready with all the girls. I had 4 of my Savage sisters there, which was fabulous. And then, getting our hair done, getting our face made up, getting our tan. It's wonderful. You feel like a princess. And then, you have to go on stage and do your little thing and you're done. But the hysterical part, and I think I told you this once, was when I was walking out on stage, the MC always introduces everyone and he says, this is so-and-so, this is where they're from, this is how old they are, blah, blah, blah. And I'm walking out and just like, and he's like, this is KathyTank, Norco, California, 69 years old. And then he just starts laughing. He's like, oh my God, girl, get out here and do your thing. And I just started laughing. And so I was smiling the whole time. I mean, it was just like, I can't believe I was so worried about this. I mean, he just made everything, and the crowd clapped and all that. So I thought,
they did more than clap. They went crazy. Fun. They went crazy for you.
Well, that was at Brea at Vegas when we did the big show, and you were in the stage when I walked out and kind of got the same kind of introduction. Yeah. I saw you, and Mama Savage is there. Everything's fine. Just don't trip. Stand and fall. Don't trip. You'll be good.
I loved that because you just radiated joy and just grace and all of those things. What a goal. And not only a goal for you, but what that did to so many people, Kath, to just say, why not me? Why can't I do this? Why can't I get over the fact that I'm getting older? And these are people who are like 35 saying this, and people like, I mean, I'm 53, you're 70. We're like, what? Like, you're a baby. But women do have issues with their age. Why? Why do you think women have such a problem with getting older? Because for me, I feel like I'm getting smarter and wiser. But why do you think so many women have issues with this?
I don't know. I think a lot of it is just the way things are around the world. It's like respect your elders as they sit in their rocking chair and knit. Yeah. It's like, and my maternal grandmother passed away at 61. She had pancreatic cancer, but all my life, I don't remember her ever looking young. She always had gray hair. She was always in the grandma dress, and always cooking, sewing, whatever, but doing for other people. Yeah. But, I don't remember her ever being young. And that's kind of sad because her daughter, my mother, is 94, almost 95, and I can't get her to slow down. So,
I know, right? You spend a lot of time caring for your mom. And I love the fact that as an entrepreneur, you can really kind of schedule your day around helping your mom. Tell us a little bit about your mom and the time that you spend with her. What do you guys talk about? What do you do?
oh my gosh, we talk about anything and everything. We play a lot of cards. She is a huge Dodger fan. So if there's a Dodger game on, nothing else happens. And I'm a Cubs fan. What can I say? I grew up in Wrigley Field. First 3 years of my life, I was there. And, so we talk sports, we talk life, we talk church, we talk anything and everything. I've got her using isogenics, and I have gotten her eating what I eat. I've been meal prepping for her for about the last year. So every couple of weeks I go over with a huge cooler, so that she doesn't have to cook. And at least I know she's getting a couple of healthy meals a day.
I love that. So when it comes to isogenics, Kath, give me like 2 descriptions of how you felt before isogenics. What's a good adjective?
Old.
Yeah. I mean, you can just say it in a sentence. You can just.
I felt really old and fat and ugly.
Jeez.
And I didn't like it.
Don't hold back now. Don't hold back.
Yeah. Mom told me always to just, tell the truth.
Always tell the truth. You felt like crap before. Can we say that? I mean, this is me interviewing.
I really did. I totally felt like crap. I hated it. I just hated it. And since isogenics, I feel young. I feel vibrant. I feel alive.
Yeah. And I love that. And what's even cooler is that now you're helping other people do the same. Yeah. You're helping other people do the same, and realizing that there's nothing they can't do, and that age is not something that can hold you back from anything. Clearly, you are that example. But what would you say to people that are, as they age, what advice would you give them as they explore trying to put their health first or make their health even a priority? Is there any words of wisdom that you can give people? Because that's why everybody and their mother wants to talk to you. They want to know what they can do to have the same results as you, or to feel, more importantly, to feel the way you do. Because you clearly, anyone who knows you, just this is who you are right now. Like, you have that energy, you have that light in your life. What is it that people can do as they get to age? Any advice, any pearls of wisdom?
Well, I think when we're young, we tend to believe that we're invincible. And I think it's important that people realize they aren't. And so they really need to focus on their health when they're young too. If they want to go binge on the weekend and all that good stuff, I know a lot of people do, but try to keep it down to one day, and then try to eat and drink and everything else sensibly, because life is too short, and too many young people get hit with illnesses and catastrophes that they have no control over. But a lot of the things we do have control, and we can make the choice. And never stop exercising, never stop moving, even if it's just walking around the block. Do something every day. And if you go for a half hour, great. Yeah. Just take care of your health and value it, because our bodies are the only place we have to live.
That's right. That's right. That is so, oh my gosh, that is so good. It's so good to hear from someone like you, who could have every excuse in the book to just kind of pack it in and say, I've lived a great life and here I go into my golden years. And you just are just getting started, in my opinion. Your business is booming. You're getting ready for another show, are you?
Vegas in November.
Yeah, and this is what life is all about. It's just by taking it by the wrist and saying, what am I going to do next? I love that. What do you do for visualization, meditation, or do you do that at all? I already know the answer to this, but many people will ask. What do you do to get your mind so, like, you were in such a good place, Kath? What do you do for that? What do you do for your mindset?
Well, I try to read 30 minutes every morning, either scripture or some kind of a self-help book, some kind of educational book. And if I don't have time to read, then I can always go to the computer and turn on Tony Robbins and listen to his emotional flood. That just, can start any day or get any day. If you don't do it first thing in the morning and you're having a bad day, go do it then. It'll get any day better. And I like to write down at least 5 to 10 gratitudes every night before I go to bed.
Yeah. Oh, you're such a good savage girl. Because we want everybody doing that. And the Emotional Flood by Tony Robbins, if you're not familiar with it, just go on YouTube and write Tony Robbins Emotional Flood exercise. We've been doing that and practicing that for years in our business, in our company, with our fitness team, because it really does balance you and set you right for the day. You can't have a bad day when you do that. You just can't. And oh my God, look at you radiating. This is just fabulous.
I've learned from the best.
What's that?
I've learned from the best.
Thank you. Let me ask you this. What do you want people to know about you that they may not know?
Well, people that know me pretty much know everything because I'm an open book. Don't have really any secrets. But that I love people. I love life. I love nature. I love any kind of physical activity, outdoors especially. I prefer it when the temperature is under 100 degrees, but, I love being outdoors. I love all sports.
Even the Patriots?
Of course the Patriots.
I know. I just had to throw that in there. You know that.
Tom Brady is a cutie. But I'm kind of partial to Adam Thielen of the Vikings too, because, he did graduate from the same high school I did in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. So
yeah, he's cute. He's cute. I like him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. But let me ask you this too. Okay, so I'm thinking of all these questions. Everybody, in my opinion, everyone I know, I tell them to do this, is everyone, in my opinion, should have a purpose-driven life. So some type of path that drives you, and it has to be purpose-driven. In other words, you don't become a lifestyle coach because you want to make millions of dollars. You become a lifestyle coach to help people. But what do you feel, like, what is your purpose-driven path in this life? What is it that you want to kind of lead the rest of your life with passion in? What is most important to you to kind of drive you every day with such purpose?
Whoa. Family, faith, and health. And if I can help people have better fitness, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, so that they can have a better life and a better family, better relationships, that'd be everything.
Yeah, you know what I think? I think anyone who associates themselves with you is going to be better for it. That's what I think. And so I feel like your purpose is to be that, to continue, because you're already that person, is to continue to be that person that no matter who you associate with, no matter who you mentor and coach with, they're going to be better off just for knowing you. Because I certainly feel that way, just for knowing you. You're beautiful. You're a beautiful example of what others could be, what others could aspire to be. You're just, as I always say, you're the shizzle. You really are. You're the real deal, KathyTank. You really are.
Right.
Well, it's true. Even my kids are like, "Oh, is that KathyTank?" They know you. They're like, KathyTank. KathyTank. It's not Kathy. KathyTank. Well, all right. Well, I want to thank you. Stay on the line, but I want to thank you just for kind of sharing a little bit about you. We should probably do this again because there's so much more to learn and know about you. But if anyone wants to get in touch with you, Kath, where can they get a hold of you?
Well, they can always email me, and that is Kathy, Kathy, at KathyTankLifestyle.com. And my last name is Tank, Tank, like Army Tank or Water Tank or Septic Tank, whatever.
No, not a septic tank. Like a tank that's going to protect you and support you and be a fortress for anything. How's that? I mean, I can't shut this branding brain up. I can't.
I figure the other way they might remember it, with a smile, with a laugh, but they'll remember.
I don't want to think of you as a septic tank. I just don't. And with that, thank you so much, Kath. And for those of you listening, I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you soon. We'll do this again with Kath for sure.
You're so welcome, and love you. Mwah.
Love you too. Mwah.